so we should be good for a while. Good morning.
We are live. We are live. Jimmy D walking through enchanted forest at night.
Yeah, you'll see me appear and disappear as the lights of the enchanted forest bloom.
Are the Tokyo authorities after you?
I hope not, because I haven't been to Tokyo in years.
No.
That's good. I'm on my way to a river, actually. There's a really nice river near where I happen to be. And my daughter's sleeping. My wife got home really late today. She was in charge of a ballet recital that happens at the studio. And they got out a little bit late. And my sister-in-law is there with her son, who's just slightly younger than my 1.5-year-old, who doesn't like to sleep at strangers' places. So, yeah, I thought I didn't have enough time to get home because I was looking after my daughter. And so I had this elaborate plan that I would finish the blog post that I was working on, and then I would make my way down here to the river and chill with you. And I got about halfway here, and I realized I brought my shochu. I haven't drank it all today. I brought my nuts tin with it's full of ice, because you gotta have ice. And,
yeah.
And I forgot a glass, so I had to go back home and get it.
Oh no.
Yeah. How are you?
This? I'm good, but I'm curious. Is this normal behavior for people to go podcast in the middle of a park by a river, drinking?
I mean,
will there be any? Do you have like a particular bench in mind you're going to sit on?
I do, but the light seems to be inactive, so I'm headed towards the nearest light. Yeah. Now, is it normal? I don't know. I think it's normal to podcast. I think it's normal to podcast while drinking. I know it's normal to drink in a park in Japan. I don't know, one of the things that we do here in this amazing country that doesn't happen back home is we let people drink responsibly in public, which is really nice. But for some reason, when I lived in the States or in Canada, don't seem to be able to handle it. So even if the police show up, they're not going to tell me to put the drink away. They might tell me to go home because, I'm being too noisy. But that's why I'm at a river and not in the center of the city. So, yeah. I mean.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Throwing us a curveball today. I kind of like it.
I pondered whether I should tell you my plan or not. But then I figured, it's Sean. He enjoys the unexpected. So, yeah. We're a little bit later today. That's good. I'm getting excited because I'm going to leave basically tomorrow at some point to go and hang out somewhere cool. Oh, there we go. We have light. We have sand. It's going to be perfect. I just got to find somebody to set up this phone.
This edition of Edge of Obscurities should be titled "Sex on the Beach with Jimmy."
Right. Well, it's not a real beach. It's more like a man-made thing that is by a river, but it's a really nice river.
Right.
As far as man-made rivers banks are concerned. Look at this. I've even got okay, just give me 1 second. While I.
All right, we'll let you.
Fucking bench up and move it, because that's awesome. I mean, grunts and all. If somebody's gonna leave a bench, beside a light, then I'm just gonna move it into position, because that's what people do. There we go, and you can see I got the setup here.
And
it's got a bench, got a light, got a river.
Okay, this looks optimal.
No, it's okay. Just give me a minute. It's not as
Well,
good as I thought it would be.
you want to be facing the light, Jimmy.
Huh? Why? Oh,
So we can
Jesus.
see your face.
I see what you're
There we
saying.
go.
You can tell it's
There we
late.
go. Yeah.
So I remembered my glass. I got my Shoutout. The only thing I forgot was insect repellent. So hopefully I'm not in too rough a shape tomorrow. But how about you? How's it going? How's your week been?
It's been great. Yeah, just sort of plugging along. We've got a lot of Finney contests going on right now. There's one that I gotta share this. We got some good pictures.
I really like what's happening. Some of those memes are amazing.
Let me share. Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever wondered why your in-laws keep jars and nuts around for no reason, I can tell you, don't criticize them, because there might be a day that you want to. Jesus, I'm glad I have ice in my nuts jar, because I totally need it for that image.
This is what's this contest, guys? It's like troll Reese or something.
Share your Finney coins, right?
Troll a ginger.
Troll a ginger.
You can see as Finney coins is nipples. His areolas are Finney coins, which is sexy. We got a good submission from our buddy
Joe?
Charlie Q.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think that's a butt plug. Jimmy, can you confirm?
That's pretty good. I mean, I never knew shitting on Reese.
But can you confirm that's a butt plug?
I mean, I just gained a whole new level of understanding of Charlie Q.
Yep.
I can't see the comments, so I don't know what's happening.
How to create a BTC ginger.
Nice. Okay.
I thought that was pretty good. And I mean, I think this was the starting point. This classic community favorite picture of Reese here, showing off the ginger pubes on the chin and the Cryptowriter hat. And he's just like, make fun of me for a Finney coin. Yeah, for a Finney coin. I mean, I think he's. Go ahead.
No, I was quite surprised, of some of the memes. But what I was most surprised about is the fucking beating he took from Joe in the Telegram channel. I mean, Joe just went to town.
Speaking of Joey Bear. Hey, someone out there, take that link to this video that I shared in the chat. Make sure to spam every Telegram chat out there. And then once that's done, I will open the giveaway form. Yeah, there's Joey Bear. He's awfully cute. But yeah,
we had some good feedback yesterday. We went on air to give away some stuff, because we kind of had to, and we decided to do a giveaway. I wasn't on the air, I wasn't on the stream, but Corey and Samantha were, and it was pretty funny, because there was a bunch of Cryptowriter reps out there that's basically, halfway through the stream said, "Hey, this is why on the Cryptowriter channel, Sean and Jimmy don't do wheels anymore." Because putting all of the comments from the comment section into the wheel is really tedious. I think it was Morton who said,
"Yeah,
you really need it for that shit."
You've got to have a form. You've got to do the form. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. It's good. It's good though that you're starting to do giveaways and actually reward your community. Where's Bonds? You didn't get Bonds on?
Upside down there. That's better. Well, rewarded our community. No, I didn't. He's away, I think, still. So yeah. So when are you going on vacation? Is that next week?
It's like our pack drops the 13th. I think I'm leaving the 12th, so like the following week. That's gonna be,
2 weeks. Okay.
if the pack
So
drop
we'll be
doesn't
back
go
next week at this time, just like the week after.
Yeah, if the pack drop doesn't go well, it'll ruin
So I'll try
my.
to.
We're gonna have to make you start raising your hand before you want to speak to get this stream to flow a little better.
Sure, go for it.
All right, let me share this link. We've got
What you were
some.
saying is if that drop doesn't flow, it might ruin your.
Yeah. There's there's a lot. I mean, we don't like things to not go smoothly. This launch was supposed to go off like months ago, but sort of waiting on facings to, they're doing a lot of stuff on the engineering side, getting credit card payments set up.
Nice.
I think it'll go well, but we've sort of pushed it back to allow them enough time. I'd rather get it right than rush it out and get it wrong. But still, it's exciting. I'm gonna be, even though I'm gonna be on vacation, that when the sale goes live, I'm gonna be obviously glued to my screen. See how it goes. The artwork that we've seen is amazing. I think it's for comic book style art. It'll be the best Wax has seen, so that's cool. And then yeah, well, that's exciting. I don't know what else to say. Our first sale. We've spent months giving away Finney coins, and that's been exciting. But this is it. This is the start of the next chapter. Here, let me share the form, you guys. Make sure to pass that around. I think I have EOS and Wax Finneys to give away, so fill out both sides, por favor. We'll see those fill up. You still with us, Jimmy?
We'll try to grab Bonds on next week for the show. Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here. Can you not hear me? Yeah.
No,
maybe we'll try to grab Bonds on for next week. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, every time I move, it's a bit difficult. Oh, maybe I shifted into the shadows. That's why. I can readjust and be in a brighter place. I just have to move. And bench is the problem. The bench is going to move. It's not like a light bench either. One of these can be benches that they put in parks that don't balloons. It's like they don't want to do live streams in the park in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Is that better? Not really, is it?
No. If you have your computer, right, just flip open the screen and use that light. Jimmy, yeah. Why Jimmy on dark side? Jimmy's wife has kicked him out of the house. She said no late night. If you want a late night podcast, you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
outside.
Do that. It just takes me a while to get them.
Well, you know how good I am at holding a crowd. Heisenberg's raising his hand.
Right? I don't even have a shed.
Rob Flaska says, "Pay your bills, Jimmy." They shut off the electricity on Jimmy.
Right? Things were getting a little bit, stale around these parts. We were doing the same fucking thing every week, and shit just needed to change.
Yeah.
To figure out a way to freshen up the comment goal has been achieved.
This is actually reminiscent of NFT
All right,
Joe's.
it's a little bit better.
Yeah, this is
for now,
for
now. Let's do that. Let's.
Are you sweating? You look like you're sweating.
Oh, I'm super sweating. It's hot out here, man. You think the shed's hot? You should try Japan.
Yeah. No, the Japan's got nothing on the shed. I watched that. I watch a Smitty and company on the Uplift Builders Roundtable, which was awesome. Those are some of those builds are insane. Yeah. I think we lost him. Well, when there's nothing else to do, you just hit the old trippy stick. Let's burn a Finney. Let's burn a Finney. Here, I'm going to get your responses in because I'm going to close the wheel. I'm going to close the form in like 2 minutes. We're going to burn a Finney first, though. Oh, big shout out to Sanyika for the... let me share my screen. Big shout out to Sanyika for achieving the very first rhodium miner on wax. We didn't think this was possible. Well, we knew it was possible, but we weren't sure if anyone would be able to pull it off. But Sanyika did it, and it's fucking awesome. Look at that thing. That'll probably have the most mining power in Finney 2.0. But while we're here, let's burn a coin. We're going to do it differently. We'll burn a coin before we do our duck race. So fill out that form. Let me see what I got here. Let me see what I got. Whoa, look at all those. Let's see what the first winners are going to get. Will it be a pleb? Aloha, Orlando. Welcome. Good to see you here. All right. Burn doesn't well, let me see in this little branding thing. I think
today burn this thing. This virus hates heat. You just burn this thing. Burn. I call for a supernatural heat wave.
Okay. And here we go. Refresh. Look at that bad boy. It's a good pull, man. Gold's always a good pull. All right, closing the form. Let's see who's going to get it. Yeah, nice mustache. Movember comes early. Oh, we got a new Jimmy D. There
Got
he
a
is.
new Jimmy D.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry.
Jimmy. I'm gonna ban the other Jimmy D from studio. Kick him from the studio.
Yeah. Well.
Kick gas. Boom. Jimmy the Nomad is out.
Wait, Jimmy the Nomad might have to come back later, so don't.
This is better. You even sound better.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was my smartphone, and it was just overloaded with all the things that were happening. Now my smartphone is just running the internet connection, so it doesn't have to do 3 things at once, right?
Okay. Do you guys have 5G yet?
No, I think mine's. I'm still on an old phone, so it's only 4G. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't. Could you hear what I was saying?
Maybe not. I lost you for a few minutes. Yeah,
we congratulated Sanyika on achieving a rhodium Bitcoin miner Finney, which Kenny and I didn't, when we first launched Finney 1.0, we weren't sure if anyone would ever do it. But Sanyika did it, and that's awesome. And then we burned a Finney coin, and we ended up with a gold Finney with a very nice mustache. And now we are going to run this race. We're going to run a duck race. I noticed I was watching Adam, and sometimes he does duck races. He does these marathon duck races, whatever, but he turns off the sound, the quacking sound. And in my opinion, that's the best part.
It's almost blasphemous. That's almost bannable from the whole Cryptowriter network.
Yeah, agreed. Here we go.
It's funny. I'm sitting beside a road that runs by the river, and it actually, because I'm using my computer sound again, it actually makes less noise than my freaking Yeti on the 11th floor beside like an expressway that you can barely see, which is crazy. I mean, do they have Yeti races in here? I would love to see a bunch of Yetis running across a
Yeti? What is a Yeti?
Yeti's like the abominable snowman.
Okay, I knew that. I've been thrown off because in America, people, do you have Yeti cups and coolers out there?
I might have seen them, but yeah, we don't have them here. Maybe it costs something.
Yeah, they're like super high-end coolers. At one time, they were like, I read an article that said the Yeti coolers, like so many of them were getting jacked from stores. People were stealing them because some of them are like $500 and they just like go into Target or whatever and run out with one.
I mean, at least I hope they at least filled it up with shit before they ran out. Because if you're going to get caught, you may as well get caught with a full cooler as opposed to an empty one.
The thing is, okay, if you're spending $500 on a cooler, I think that's a total waste of money, but it is like the best cooler. I just, how much money could it possibly cost to produce a high-end cooler?
That's a good question. Maybe we should say fuck crypto shit and go into the cooler making business.
Yeah. I mean, just make a quality cooler, right? Like give it a name brand and, we'll call it, what are we calling it?
I don't know. Is it hot in here? Or is it just Finney?
All right. You're not helpful, but you make a quality cooler, you give it a brand, a little logo, and then you charge like 10 times what you should be charging for it. And all the people that can afford it say, oh, this must be the best cooler, and they spend $1,000. We'll do $1,000 cooler, right? Like $500 cooler, that's nothing. We'll do $1,000 cooler and we'll make a fortune, right? It's almost like, so one thing I know, like if I see a cool product, wait, let's just Mort and Matt D, sorry, but Mort and Matt D's pulling away. Yeah. And
Oh, come on. He looks like the bee. I
He-
so want him to win.
he blew his load. He blew his load.
Morton, come on. Stop fucking around, man. We want to see you win.
To
This
just be
guy doesn't even have a name. He's just a bunch of random numbers and letters, Morton. Come on. How could you let that happen?
to just before. Are you out there? Can we confirm to just before is out there, and someone make sure he's not I don't know. I don't really have the energy to like cross check the list to make sure he hasn't entered twice. I mean, we could do that. Boo boo. Dr. Poon says boo boo. I don't know what that means. Oh. Boo boo.
So we've been having some recently. We've become accustomed to some of this FUD that's happening, which I mean to me is great because number one, I don't really deal with it. I'm busy doing other things, and number two, I kind of feel like that kind of is a symbol of us making it, because I don't think we're in the bear market when everything's getting flooded. So I kind of feel like, the majority of people are happy. But yeah, here's the thing. This is what I've been thinking about recently. It's interesting to me because you just brought up a really good point about the coolers, and it made me wonder this, right? Like, what happens when those Yeti coolers go on sale for Black Friday? Do all the people who bought them for the normal regular price line up outside of the shop fucking protesting that like the price went down, and if they just waited till Black Friday they would have got them for cheaper? I mean, crypto makes me laugh. It really does.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw I got an email from StreamYard because I just purchased the subscription. And I purchased the subscription like a week ago. I saw an email this morning that was saying subscribe now and get whatever X amount off per month for life. So what do I do? They said subscribe to the annual subscription, get 100% off a year for life, right? I just subscribed for the annual subscription like a week ago, right? And they hit me with that. I'd rather not see that. It's the same email. And they're sending it to the email I subscribed with. So,
talk about fucking bots. Yeah. I was like, I had the same thing because I started using Calendly. I was talking to Hollywood about this as well. I think we're probably going to, it's hard to implement with our roundtables here. But like for our show, because we have theme shows every day, I started implementing it. And it was pretty good. But then, my 1 month my 1 month's free subscription ran out. So I had to figure out, what do I do? And it's the same thing. It's like, do you want to pay? They always know where just to put the point where you actually have to think about it. If it would have been a year, I would have hands down. I would have said, "Fuck yeah, I'll pay for it for a year." But it's like 2 years. Like,
right.
I mean, I might be like a fucking retired CTO of a ETH project in 2 years' time. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, anything's possible in the crypto space. I mean, 2 weeks' time is too long to subscribe to shit. Because the things that are coming out are becoming more useful. I mean, what if this stuff gets put on the blockchain? I don't want to use traditional shit if Calendly gets put on the blockchain. I mean, I'm a blockchain supporter. Put anything on the blockchain and I'll use it. That's when you're a fan of what you partake in, I guess.
So to just before .wham, I'll give you 10 seconds to make your presence known in the chat. And if not, we are going to race again. He's a boo-boo, Sean. Can someone tell me what a boo-boo? What do you mean he's a boo-boo?
And are you talking about me? God damn it!
The coon poon. He's talking about the coon poon. Hold on though. Hold on.
Don't forget there's actually another
Uplifters. Yeah. Hold on, but I'm pretty sure I was speaking to all.
I think you are. I think they're all showing up from both streams. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe I'll.
A wit. It's a wit. A dimwit. A dimwit finally decides to show up. All right. All right, a wit.
Taking another call. Who watches this show?
Yeah. What?
Oh, come on.
Bro, he's lucky because we almost want to race again. But you know what? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Do you want to know why? Because while you're walking with your fumbling around with your cell phone, trying to do a live stream, you're like coming in and out. It's dark. I'm trying to hold down the fort by myself. I don't blame him for leaving the screen. Like, I don't know have you ever heard of an interview on the radio and the person they're interviewing has bad audio and it's like it's unbearable. They usually just say, okay, well, you're gonna have to find like a landline and reconnect, and they kick that person off and like come back. But yeah, that's what I feel like the audience was experiencing out there for the first 10 minutes.
So shout out to Morton. I had a conversation with him the other day. He helped me out. And I just got kind of chatting with him, one-on-one.
Oh. Second base.
And it was kind of interesting. I was asking him, I think I'm allowed to say this, but I was asking him some questions about various things, and he was telling me that without giving too much away, he was telling me that like sometimes at work, he kills the time by listening to some of our shows, and I thought that's really interesting. Like it kind of reminded me of like being a radio, like somebody walks around the corner or somebody's within earshot. They hear people like you and I talking. Like, I really hope he doesn't work at a preschool, right? Like that's not going to go over really well. It cracked me up the other day because we had someone come into our comments. He actually is one of our plot owners, and he created these comics of me and Blue and Corey, and they're really well done actually. They're going to be posted later in the Uplift, so I'm kind of holding them back. I haven't showed anyone because even though it's me, it's not really mine to show, and I'm pretty excited about like how they turned out. But yeah, he was in the stream and he kind of let it slip that like his son walked in the other day. And basically, I think his son is like 5 or something, maybe 5 or 6. And his son walked into the room the other day and said, Hey, Daddy, are you listening to that guy with the long hair and the guy who swears a lot again?
Oh, God.
I was like, that's great, man. Like, that's like Corey's just like, oh. But it's pretty funny. Like, I always wonder, right? Like, because when I had time, before I started streaming all the time, constantly. I used to drive to work, and I used to listen to a lot of various podcasts in the car on YouTube and things like that. And I don't do that so much anymore because mostly now I work online. And when I drive, I actually prefer to listen to music because I'm missing a lot of music rather than like just being involved in listening to crypto all the time. There needs to be balance. But it's always funny. Like, I always wonder what people are doing when they're out there listening to us, right? Like, so hit us up. Tell us, because I'm kind of interested. When you're listening to Sean and I, like, I'm sure the Australian guys, they're just, like, kicking back. The wife, Mrs. has gone to bed, right? Like, the kids are sleeping. It's just, like, your time to chill out and heckle us in the comments. That's cool. But, like, what about, like, the 11 a.m. guys on a Friday morning in the U.S.? What about the Europeans that are, like, are you guys just chilling on the beach with your laptops, like, pretending to listen to us so that you can get like images on those nude beaches of like all the packages that are in front of you? Like, I don't know. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, hit us up. Best to keep your eyes on the road. I mean, fair enough.
Joe Gisandi's belly is wet. What
Joe,
do you make of that?
I don't know, because like after the storm that you unleashed today in Telegram, I'm a little bit worried about like what you do to pass free time in your house. So,
okay, Orlando has a question. Aloha, Orlando. Are there any writer coins hidden in the Uplift Writer build to bring more visitors? Smithy did hide a coin yesterday, and it took about 24 hours, but I think it was discovered not too long ago. We're gonna do more and more of that. That's fun. I like the idea of people exploring Shift City. Like today, someone said they explored the jail, and the jail's cool because if you go to back corner of the jail, like downstairs through the cells, there's a secret hidden passageway that takes you down into the sewer. And eventually, I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but there's this underground gallery under what do we call it? Gratitude Park.
Sure.
In Shift City. There's a gallery beneath the park, and there needs to be a secret tunnel going to it. But oh man, I was blown away by those builds yesterday. Honestly, I don't know, that robot guy that you showed his build at the end.
The robot guy.
Well, he was like, he's how I imagine, like he seems not human.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's Yoakum, and Yoakum is part of 01 Capital, which had a play in launching the UX network when it ported over from Warbly.
Okay.
So those guys are like really well connected with a couple other projects that basically launched that network. So yeah, he came in and that's their 01 Capital plot. Like what he's done with that was amazing. But I kind of wanted to talk about that because that was just kind of an idea. My original idea for the show was I wanted to pull some of the writers on because your writers have been killing it recently with some of the articles that they've been putting together, especially on EOS. I've been reading those and loving them. And this part of the reason I'm not paying attention to YouTube so much anymore is because I've been paying a lot more attention to some of what your guys are putting out. But nobody took me up on it. I guess that's why they're writers. They don't want to be on the screen. So I needed something fast to port, and I just thought we had this idea over on our side of things where I was thinking about maybe we should do like a People's Choice Awards. I think that would be really fun to do a People's Choice Awards where we have best builds. And where do we start? Well, the perfect place to start is cities because these cities are amazing. And I thought, well, what's better than a crypto roundtable if we pull Smithy in and we pull Yoakum and Gary, who's like one of the, he's part of our team, a great builder. And the reason he is because of the Boyd plot. And Small Town Cowboy, because I think that build is amazing. And like those, there was one more. We tried to get somebody from Blockbase, but hands down, those are the 5 best cities in all of the Uplift, right? Like, and so I just really love that. And what the best part about that is after the stream, a few of those guys stayed back, and Smithy and Small Town Cowboy in particular. We're lining up another stream. It's gonna be super fun for a roundtable. A month down the road, we have some ideas to like engage the community on the roundtable and bring some of those guys back and just have a go at like decking out a plot on air, and it's going to be freaking awesome.
Dreamer, have you seen my Shift City commercial? I think I did see it.
Flashing one that with all of is that the flashing one with all of the?
I think so. Send the link in. Send me the link in Telegram, and I'll put it up on the screen. Oh, I got to show another contest that's going on.
That's
I think
good. That's what I thought you were talking about before. This is awesome. I love it. I'm going to try to get my daughter to sleep on the plane when I'm on vacation so my wife can do a submission of this because like I wanted to.
Okay.
I love it.
So basically the competition is you create art that features Finney. That's basically it. All you got to do. JNK, if you're out there, I know you like to put out your memes, and you've got like 100 that he's been recycling like every day for the last 2 months. It was good to see him actually do some art. Not that the memes aren't art, but so that was cool to see. Hashtag the Finney Factor. And what we're going to do next week, we'll do like a stream at night and we're going to judge them. We'll judge them on air and we'll see what we come up with. But yeah, it'll be fun. It's cool to see these. All right? We're trying to make Finney an icon. So these contests help.
I mean, I disagree. I think that Finney is already an icon. I think what we're trying to do is share the beauty of Finney with the rest of the world.
All right, this is an interesting.
I'm not a part of that, but I'm just saying that in my mind, it's fucking brilliant.
This is an interesting contest too. B-Dub put together, and I didn't quite get it at first, but now I'm seeing some entries. I'm starting to get it. I don't get it fully, but it's kind of weird and interesting, and I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It could be pretty funny, actually. I'm starting to see the potential, but basically we're doing a Cool Keith collab, a Crypto Finney Cool Keith collab. I've seen the artwork. It's awesome. It's tied to a Cool Keith track. And basically you have to post an image of you at your most common.
Nice.
So you know, like
Charlie Q, keep it. Be careful with Charlie Q.
So I just did. I just submitted my most common. And I'll put that up on the screen. And you tell me what you think, Jimmy D, if this has a chance at winning. You know, people are putting pictures of themselves just kind of like out in the yard. You know, like. Well, first, let me ask you this: where are you at your most common?
Well, I thought you were going to ask me to guess where you were. So I was thinking about that. The worst part about this is I'm like in front of my computer writing or streaming, and I'm but if I'm not in front of my computer writing or streaming, I'm probably out somewhere in the forest or by a river or somewhere in nature, walking, thinking, pondering. Nice on a boat.
Yeah, that's
so wrong being on a boat.
My most common. Yeah, no, that's my submission. I hope it wins so I can take the Finney coins and give them away. If you vote for me, I vow to give all the Finney coins I win back to you. When is the deadline to enter the competition? That's a good question. Sunday, August 8th. So you still have a full week to get those in. And just you can enter as many times as you want. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a real entry, but you know, maybe mowing the lawn, right?
You guppies over there in America, you're the only continent in the world other than England, well, in France, that you know, has lawns. I mean, you know where lawns came from. Here's a hidden fact if you didn't know. They came from India that took like, you know, goats and like, I don't know, 46 women on their hands and knees with shears to keep them clean. And now we've become slaves to our lawns. I mean, you'd be like my good friend Sean over here and have a little bit of a lawn, but pretty much fill your backyard with a pool. That makes way more sense.
So can I be a judge? Faux killer, is that how you say that?
Faux killer.
And he says, I don't think Sean knows who I am. I think this is John, the pixel artist.
Really?
Yeah. And if it is, we got to give, is this John, the pixel artist?
Real name, John Trafford.
Yeah, John. Awesome, John. Welcome, John. Welcome to the Edge of Obscurity. We were was it last week we were talking about how we had to give John his moment to shine right around the launch of 2.0.
Right. Yeah.
You see John and he'll have his Behind the Pixel on his podcast. We'll bring him on and we'll ask him all about his background, his art. So I don't know if John realizes that the reason we haven't put a spotlight on him is because we were scared someone else would snipe him from us. Early in the relationship, you know, I know Kenny reached out to John and John was awesome. And I remember the very, very first, he gave us a little sample of his work. It's like the OG Finney that not many people have seen. We were like, this is the guy. And then we were doing Finney 1.0, and he all of a sudden we realized he could animate things, and he used to help design Sega games, all this stuff. And we're like, this is the guy. We were worried though that if we said his name too much, people were gonna come in and rip him away from us, and then Finney would never really reach the place he is now. But now that we're
I remember when I first learned about John, it was on the stream because I didn't know, and then I ripped like a special Finney. I think it might have been my Rhodium Finney, and I was super excited because I was like, yeah, I got like a celebrity Finney, and you were like, what'd you get? I'm like, I got John Trafford. I didn't know that like John Trafford wasn't a celebrity.
you thought that.
And you're like, no, that's like our artist. I'm like, I had no idea. I mean, you were famous in my mind, Folk Killer. So I think,
man, John is a legend. This guy deserves a ton of credit. I don't know. There's the scope of what he's capable of doing in pixels blows our mind every day. And 2.0, I don't think people have seen it. I might have subliminally flashed it in the Telegram chat. They haven't seen the latest version of the builder, but the Finney Builder is fucking awesome. Like, it is awesome. Thanks to John and his art. I'm super excited. I think when Finney blows up, John, where we're gonna take your pixel art to the promised land.
Yeah, well, once you guys are like, finished promoting the hell out of him, which he so very clearly deserves. Send them over to us because I wanna compliment that on our channel and everything that we do, because I think what you guys have collectively created is awesome, and the world needs to know who John is. So we need him on a roundtable. Adam needs him on his show. Like we need to put him out there.
So like Finney 1.0 was sort of like build the community. Finney Volume 1 pack drop coming August 13th. That's like sort of plant the flag. And then Finney 2.0 is when Finney goes like crypto mainstream. I think it's going to be friggin' awesome. I think it's going to get attention outside of just wax. That's my hope. And, we're going to need the community's help to do that. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
I agree.
2.0.
There's a lot of crazy. It's funny because we're thinking about the same things as that as well with YoshiDrops and Uplift right now, especially. Like it's really interesting when you think about. I know that you and Kenny and your guys on the back end have this same types of discussions that we do, and when you get into that room and somebody says something insane or crazy, it's just like nobody really says no. Everyone just thinks about whether A, they like the idea, which normally they do, because in this space, we tend to choose to work with people that we like, and B, how the fuck do we make that awesomeness happen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see you evolve. What I see a lot in the crypto space is the polar opposite of, mainstream, especially when it comes to like TV and media. Right, you'll have this awesome concept for a show, and you'll maybe plan out like 1 season or 2 seasons, and everyone loves it, or an album. By the time you get to the 3rd season, you're just rehashing old ideas, just doing the same thing. And so like my favorite projects in crypto are projects that are finding new and inventive ways to change what they do. And I think you guys are one of them. The way that your Finney take on blends, I think, is pretty amazing. And I really appreciate all the thought and ingenuity that went on behind that. And I'm super excited. I transferred a bunch of my crypto into Wax not so long ago, maybe yesterday. And fuck, it's all fucking gone. So I'm gonna have to do that again.
should we? I don't know how he's gonna feel about this. But I have this video clip here of a younger version of Kenny, and he's shredding on electric guitar. Should we play that?
I mean, I'm all for it, but I know that Kenny likes to stay hidden, so I don't know. I don't want to like. I mean,
well, let's ask the audience. Should we watch Kenny shred on electric guitar? Because no one's really seen Kenny.
No one's seen Kenny ever, right?
Yeah, John says play it. So let's fucking play this shit. It's awesome. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Kenny, this is Kenny shredding on electric guitar. He looks a little leaner. He looks a little leaner in his younger days.
I'm excited. I might just have to play this back. We got no volume.
You have no volume?
Yeah, but sometimes I like to watch it without volume first. And just
hold on. we gotta. Let me see what I can do here.
Sometimes I like to watch it first and like without volume. I told D from the Oxymorons this when we interviewed him about the YoshiDrops, and I said, you know, he's like, that's actually great. Like if you watch something first without seeing the volume, it's funny like what kind of ideas of the sounds would pop into your mind. I mean, just watching that first couple minutes of what you showed there, for some reason I was thinking like bluegrassy, like dun 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 dun, like just the way he was strumming it reminded me of like an banjo player would do it. So I'm excited to hear it now.
I'm gonna upload it as a video. Oh,
string cheese incident type of shredding or something like that.
Oh god, the browser doesn't support this codec, so now I'm gonna have to. So that's ridiculous.
I use a portable. I don't have it here, but when I do it, I have issues too. So I have to go through this weird setup where I set up a Bose speaker beside my mic and like change the audio so that the outcome comes out through the Bose speaker and into the mic. It's really complex.
Let me try this. Let me try one other thing, because I dragged the file into another browser and it popped up.
I thought maybe we had the call of the Yeti. I read that wrong. It's yetzebeth.
All right. Tell me if you can hear this one. Okay.
Still sounds like bluegrass to me. So no.
No, can't hear anything?
No, unless it really is bluegrass. But no.
No, he's shredding. Well,
no, can't hear.
That's a bummer.
I mean, tune in next week.
Tune in next week, and I'll convert the file. What type of file can the StreamYard play?
I don't know. Corey does it. I should ask him. He said it's not that difficult, but he's never showed me exactly what he does. So I don't know. But he's a musician, so simple things for musicians, for people that aren't musicians, are a lot difficult. And you got a guitar in the background, so you should figure out how to represent.
Yeah. Next week. Tune in next week. Let me. If you haven't filled out the form yet, fill out the form so I can close the form and we can burn another coin and get another Finney. I'll give you like 2 minutes.
Why don't you take like 2 minutes and I'll share what's going on over with us, because we got a couple exciting updates that might be cool to inform people if they don't know. So first of all, this little update that we have here, which is announcing our new burn mechanics for 4 new miners that are coming out. Mythic miners that are coming out, and we've got like 2 miner paths, which is pretty exciting. I mean, we've got the Samurai Cowies, 5 new miners that are all blendable from various things. So that's pretty exciting, and you can check out this article on our blog about the what and the whys and the hows. which kind of connected to the live stream that we did yesterday. And shout out to our community, because we put up a bunch of stuff to throw out there. But the best part about our community, in my opinion, is that whenever we decide to do one of these live stream giveaways, our wallets just fill up with people who are dropping things in there. There might have even been a Finney coin or two that was donated. I can't remember, but there was definitely some really interesting things that were super cool. So yeah, that's kind of the first thing. The second thing, I just put this out. I didn't proofread it, so hopefully it's not too bad. But that's that article that you saw yesterday, I put out in like fucking 30 minutes because it had to be put out. What we've been doing actually is we've been following up your feature, because really all these are featuring, but you guys were the first to put out the Uplift World Builders Series blog, which I'm really excited about. Like I was kind of putting this off because I really wanted to highlight all the amazing things that Smithy has done, and now we're able to showcase him with other great builders and cities and stuff like we did on the Roundtable. But I mean, they're all amazing builds. They're all special. But in my opinion, the best part about what Smithy did was the fact that he took it all from that one photo, and it was great. And so like we're actively working on ways to feature some of these builders, and you can like check out some of these articles and some of these amazing builds and things that are happening. And just for all of you, like, people out there in the audience, we're just trying to figure out ways to bring people on the show. I know Sean and Smithy together are going to come on our journey.
Are we?
Yeah, totally. You guys are going to come on the journeys to the Uplift community sometime, which is basically where we let you pilot around the world, which I really like, because you said in the comments, like, go check out the smelting factory and stuff like this. So one of the cool things about this show, it's hosted by me and Cowie, is we get you guys in there to show us around and
because I think it's nice when Corey flies around because his computer can makes it look so smooth, right? But I was in the comments yesterday, like, show him the vault, go to the vault, like, go to the bottom of the jail, and Corey's just like out here. He's not reading that, so it'll be nice to get Smithy to take us around, because he'll let us explore all the nooks and crannies of Shift City, and there's a lot of them.
And it'll be good too. Like, it's always good when we have two people, because one person can do like the talking, the other person can do the flying, because it is actually really hard to fly around the world and hold a conversation at the same time. So a couple of the other things that we're doing, the Uplift Builders, which I already talked about, which is on the blog. We also have this new series of Uplift postcards that have like no value beyond the fact that you just buy them and collect them.
Postcards? Do they have a battery on them?
They don't. They don't.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have anything. Actually, we sold some stamps on the premise that Metaverse stamp packs are now available. Each pack has 3 stamps. They sold out within a matter of minutes with different star levels. They serve no purpose at the moment. There's possibility. Zero purpose. Stop getting pissed off about shit. On the blog as well, we obviously had to feature the builders of the Uplift World Roundtable that we had yesterday. I'm a big fan of this idea. As you guys who follow us on these channels know, I'm always thinking of new and innovative ways to engage people through the Roundtable. For the most part, the Roundtables are something that Corey and I really only do on the Cryptowriter channel. They become a big part of who we are, and we really like that. And we try to, rotate various things in, like EOS.io block producers or Eden on EOS, which are, important aspects. But I had so much fun yesterday. I was trying to get Rice on the stream as well.
It's Reese, bro. It's Reese. It's Reese. It's Reese. It's Reese.
The world is all about perspective. And here's my perspective. It's Burn Rice Week, so I get to fucking say Rice as much as I want.
Burn rice. Burn rice. You know, burn rice is really tough to get off the bottom of the pot.
Start scraping away.
Especially, you know, it's like burned rice with some paprika or something, right? Seasoned with lots of paprika.
It's got that reddish reddish glow at the bottom of the pot.
It's funny because
Yeah,
I have a buddy, my buddy, whose son's name is Reese. His name is Ryan, Ryne. And every time he goes anywhere, you know, they're like, oh, what's it? People are, oh, wait, we got a winner.
We could.
Ooh, JWeb4. JWeb4, are you there? Are you there? Oh, JWeb4 cleverly. Can you let me finish my JWeb4?
I can't believe you interrupted my awesome screen share with your goddamn duck race. So that let me finish.
Listen, JWeb4 cleverly disguised as Dr. Pooner. Congratulations, JWeb4. Oh, he's there. It's Sezgin. I like it.
Did you at least let me showcase the Cryptowriter podcast awesome design that Hollywood put together before you fucking went into these goddamn duck races?
Hold on. Let me just burn a coin really quick so we can see what homeboy got.
It's okay. The moment's gone. So I lost.
Oh, we lost the moment. I got to tell you a Mort and Matt D story, right?
Sure.
So I finally remembered, or he reminded me again, that he didn't get his membership for whatever show we did, like first week, where I was just.
I mean, I think he's got a right to remind you now because you promised.
He deserves one, but here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Wait, where is it? Okay, here it is.
Here's the thing, brought to you by the words of wisdom of Sean.
Here's the thing. The thing is, so I go in because we're very organized, right? You're not going to get 2 memberships off us. Like, we're not going to make that mistake.
What, Morton? Did you try to pull a fast one?
Hold on. So I go in the membership board, right? And I type in, I do a search. Like, we have a Monday board with all the memberships and all the details. And I do a search and for Morton, and a Morton shows up, and it's frob.wham. And we all know frob.wham, like, that's a familiar address. It's Morton's like flipping, it's his like NFT flipping address, right? So I'm like, man, did we give him a form, right? Or did we, it showed like number 94 membership card goes to frob.wham. So then I'm like, what's going on here? So I go on Atomic and I search, and there's like 300 pages of transfers. Okay. And there's no way, I think there might be a way to specify date. I don't know. But then I had to go like research and figure out what day we sent the forms out, which was March. He would have gotten it on March 17th. And then I went back. So I spent about an hour and a half just like digging, blockchain detective. And we hadn't sent him the membership. I could find no traces of it. So,
well, so what, that's weird. Is there another frob?
A frob.wham? No, it was Morton. It was definitely Morton. It's definitely Morton, but I think it's like his NFT flipper address. Like, so back in the day, that's the address he gave us. Now he probably has created other addresses, but there were no, I was looking for any first I searched for the membership in frob.wham, and then it wasn't there. And then I searched for a transfer. Did frob.wham transfer it out? And again, there's 300 something pages of transfers. So I went in blocks and I figured out the date I would have transferred. And he's got this Flipper account has so much going on. Like, it's like 150. Yeah, it's out of control. And it was the biggest pain in the ass, but He speaks no lies. He speaks no lies. Did we?
You know
did
what? I have a spidey sense in these types of things, and I honestly, for some reason, I do kind of.
Oh my God! Two back-to-back golds.
Jesus.
Um.
You should get a third one and send it to me, and I'll burn them without even checking what attributes they have, because fucking people on this channel love it when I do that.
Check him out.
Why does he have a silver knee? What's the silver knee?
The metal.
I've never noticed the silver knee before.
No, it's what? Well, John Trafford. John's here. John, why the silver knee?
Yeah, that's interesting. I can't wait to get my hands on John Trafford.
I don't know what to make of that, Jimmy, but I'm sure he'd rather you not get your greasy. Look at it, he's picking his nose. He's picking his nose with those hands. He's blowing vape juice on those hands.
God damn it! Don't mess with me. And no Jenka, yes, I am sitting in the dark because I spent all my money on Finney's, and all I got was freaking base levels. Yeah. No, I'm remotely working from my computer. You should have been here at the beginning of the show. You think this is bad? It's pretty bad before. But I'm going to be doing this for the next month, sitting maybe on proper beaches. So this is going to be fun. Again, we'll try to get Bonds on here last week. Bonds is stuff to talk about. Bonds. He was throwing me some shade because he wanted me to get him something, and then he yelled at me on Telegram.
Oh yeah, but nobody. Hold on. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody.
We're gonna have to change my image, I think now.
Does anyone write in capital letters on Telegram more than Bonds?
I actually haven't noticed that.
Oh my God! Everywhere he's like. Even yesterday, I forget what he was. So Bonds got mad. There was some NFT thing he told us about on ETH. Okay, there's some NFT thing, and a few people in our group bought in, and it did like the old fashioned 8x big shot Bonds 8x whatever. Like it was definitely a good play, but Bonds was mad because the two other people that bought in got the same whatever Astro Bull. Okay, I think they were Astro Bulls. So they got the same like semi-rare Astro Bulls, and Bonds didn't get a rare one. So Bonds was annoyed because he told them about this, and they ended up getting rare Astro Bulls, and he didn't. So he was like huffing and puffing in the chat, writing things in caps. Like, it's crazy how the people I told about Astro Bulls ended up with the ultra rare capital letters Ultra Bulls, and I got stuck. So yeah, there's no one that yells more on Telegram outside of Bonds.
We had a pretty serious conversation around this topic yesterday on our channel. Yesterday in our group. It's like, there were some accusations, and we kind of felt a little bit bad about it. But here's the thing in crypto: is there is no such thing as insider trading, and half the time I don't even know what the hell is going on with our channel, right? Like I don't even know
what. But you're not telling us what did Bonds wanted you to hook him up with something? It
has nothing to do with Bonds. This is separate. Bonds wanted these like little characters. I don't know from Japan that I said I would send to him, and I totally forgot about it because I never go out, and it's like coronavirus times, and he's like, "Where's my characters?" And now I have his characters, but I still haven't sent them.
So
I yelled at him again.
Not only did he want you to get them, but then you got to deal with like probably packing them up and shipping them.
They're just little eggs, which are fine. I don't mind.
And what's he gonna do with them?
I don't know. They're eggs. I mean, for all I know, he's gonna do weird shit, but they're beyond me.
Like what?
like
He wanted some eggs.
No, they're not like real eggs. You remember? Okay, so I can explain. I don't
Like a
really
golden egg, like a golden egg, a Cadbury egg.
Bonds needs a golden goose. No, like like a gold. Yeah, exactly. Like one of those like Cadbury eggs that like. Do you remember those eggs that were like a chocolate shell, and then inside there was like this little plastic case with like some toy that you had to like build? You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that without the chocolate on the outside.
What was the egg? Was the egg shaped like
Like
is
an
it
egg?
it's one of these? No, is it one of these egg shapes?
No, it's total. It's
You sure?
yes. I'm totally sure.
So the egg does not have that shape at all.
It doesn't have that shape at all. I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you though, honestly, like one of the best places I've ever been with my missus was into one of those weird random shops when I was in Barcelona, and we had a great time in there. We're like walking around looking at things that looked similar to that, and the best part was, I had actually never been into that shop with a girl before, and there were all of these, because you're in a place where like travelers go, and we were in this traveling district. You're in this place where like there were all these like little old ladies that were walking around and touching things and laughing, and it was a little bit disturbing, but it was definitely worth the time spent. Have you ever been into one of those places with your missus there, Sean?
I mean, I've been. I didn't really hear what type of place you're talking about. A marketplace with like, or a store, like a toy store.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's call it a toy store.
No, I haven't. I've been to the red light district. Okay, walked through there with the missus.
I mean, I prefer not to buy my toys
didn't partake. Didn't partake. One of my buddies did partake.
I knew this would go
and and he said someone told him like bro, you know that chick has been with like 50 other guys that day. My buddy's like, I don't care.
That's great. I mean, it could be, depending upon your perspective. I mean, the world is about perspective, Sean. It's the best thing.
Yeah, my buddy doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't. I'm gonna put out.
That kind of sucks for her then, because I'm pretty sure that's what she probably wanted.
He's probably been with like. I'm gonna put out the form. I'm going to put out the form. I'm going to put out the form in not only the Cryptowriter community, but the Uplifters community.
Right.
The next coin is going to be an EOS coin. So make sure to put your EOS account in there. You can also put your Wax account in there if it hasn't been in there. But before I do the next, if I do another Wax coin, I'll make sure to put out the form again. So here comes the form.
So speaking of my missus and things that we do together, this is why I really love my missus.
This is where you love being in the park where she can't hear you.
Right. Nah, she's pretty awesome. So today I was gonna go home, but we have like a big day tomorrow where we have to get ready and leave. And so I ended up coming to the park. And as I was on the way out the door, like she worked all day, then she came home, like she dealt with my daughter, trying to get her to sleep because my daughter was crazy. And even though we're not at our house, like she gets really crazy. And then as I was on my way out the door, I packed this little. I wasn't fucking with you, by the way. I put my ice in this mixed nuts case.
Mixed nuts.
So just to keep my eyes cold, I put it down by.
What's your favorite nut?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of walnuts and almonds. I'm not a fan of corn nuts. Corn nuts just don't work for me. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was trying to get through. This is why we never get through anything, because you sidetrack me, and this is why I love doing the show, but with you, by the way, because it's the perfect end to the week. So she says to me, she's like, if you need anything, if you need anything, just call me and I will bring it to you. She's worked all day. She left the house at like 6 o'clock in the morning. She doesn't generally work, but and you know, she's a little bit bigger than normal for a certain reason. And yeah, this is how awesome she was. And I looked at her and I'm like, maybe one more soda. I should have asked.
Peanut is not a nut. Is a peanut a legume?
A peanut is a. I don't know if it's a legume either because it grows under the soil.
What's a legume?
Actually, it is a legume. Maybe. Yeah, a legume by definition is something that pulls atmospheric nitrogen from the air and displaces it in little nodes on the roots. So there can be like legume trees. And the great thing about legumes actually is they're really useful in holistic natural designs because trees have a balance. Usually the root structure is the same size in general as what's above the ground. So if you've ever seen that really famous drawing of, I can't remember the name of the mythical Nordic universe, you know, that big tree that they have sometimes on the Marvel films and the Norse mythological things. Yeah, I don't know what the name is. Anyway, if you cut the top of the tree, they will self-prune their roots. And when they self-prune their roots, when they drop this nitrogen that is attached to the roots at the soil level beneath the tree, directly in the root structures of everything that's planted around it. It's a freaking brilliant, right? Yes, Najoka. I don't know how to say that, but you're right. It's something crazy like Yggdrasil or something.
Yggdrasil.
Tree of life. I don't know how to say it. I mean, but yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's totally...
Yggdrasil. Isn't that the anti-itch cream?
The only anti-itch cream I know is Gold Bond, and my friend used to really love manicuring himself in certain places and then throwing some Gold Bond on there. Apparently,
leguminous. Leguminous.
Right? See, this is why we love you, Morton.
I love that word, leguminous.
Right? I mean, he's been reading my blogs too much. I just make shit up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Not
Botany Law.
Yggdrasil.
I'm wondering, Morton.
Oh, peas. Oh,
you need a new internet.
Peas.
We're
peas,
totally
Jimmy.
off the topic of Yggdrasil.
Oh, peas, Jimmy. Oh, Ricardo's here of Rolodex. He was flying solo yesterday.
Well, you should talk to me when he's flying solo. I'll go on with him. If the timing's right.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
That brings me to my next question. I think next roundtable that we're going to do with the Cryptowriter crew is going to be focused around Ricardo's timing. So we'll figure out a time that we can pull some of the Cryptowriter podcasters in. I heard rumors of things in the Telegram channel that we're going to probably be doing our marathon soon. Stoked about
marathon we're doing during. I want to do it. It'll be between the pack drop and 2.0, so probably about a month. About a month from today. And I'm looking forward to that marathon. I mean, Adam Carswell has been doing these pop-up, he calls it a pop-up stream, but they last twice as long as
mine, right?
These, which is insane. And I don't
here too, right? Yeah, he is.
I guess more is more.
I mean,
right?
If I think about the time that the age and the time that I grew up, I used to try to strike a balance between, well, I did everything in real time. I mean, I guess I had CDs that I could put in my car, but pretty much everything else that I did happened in real time in my life, right? Like I was listening to the radio when I was driving in my car most of the time. Like I'm that old, believe it or not. Or a cassette, sometimes a cassette, but I kind of, you can only have so many cassettes before you get sick of them and you need like new music, right?
I got to put it. Adam is coming up with a cool show. I'm not even. Well, I think it's out there. He's talked about the Adam Carswell, the Shift NFT, but he's working on something pretty cool, and we'll let Adam's show be the test dummy, and if it works for his show, we'll scale it to the whole Cryptowriter podcast network. So looking forward to that. We got to get that up and running. But Adam's been a real go-getter, that guy.
Right.
Real overachiever.
we had this idea early on in our show to do something with like, little things that people live in the comments could get, but it never panned out. There's like a lot of potential, I think. And one of the reasons I love being part of this, Cryptowriter podcaster group is there are some go-getters, but I'm like the kid who sits in the back of the class. I answer the questions, but half of my answers, even though they're brilliant, they're smart asses. But Adam, he's the kid who's sitting in the front left corner as far as he can possibly get away from the door, not to appear eager, but still at the front of the classroom with his hand raised all the time. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Adam. I had a great stream with Adam last week. That was so much fun, actually.
So with Adam, the problem is when he does his pop-up streams, it's usually at 9:30 when I'm usually like in bed. I just finished up the one show. My wife's usually passed out next to me, and we
9:30, ladies and gentlemen, 9:30.
I forget to bring my earbuds back to the room. Like I usually keep them out by the kitchen. And so Adam goes live. I want to listen. I want to tune in. So I tune in with the volume down. So I don't know what he's saying. He's usually like on his phone. Think he's ordering pizzas or food. Guy's always eating. He's a big dude, right? So you got to eat.
This is really nefarious. You're laying in bed beside your wife, listening to the sound.
I'm not listening though. No, I'm not listening. I'm just watching, and I'm making stupid comments. And Adam does a thing. He puts a lot of my comments on the stream, which he shouldn't do. Like I don't know if he thinks just because I'm saying it needs to go up there, but most of the comments are really stupid. So Adam, you don't need to put my comments on the stream unless I say something funny, and then Adam, you absolutely have to get something. You have to put
every one of Sean's comments on the screen and preface it or end it by saying stated by the one and only Sean while laying in bed beside his wife.
You know what's interesting too? What I'm realizing is I know it's past my bedtime because my typing on my phone, like I start mistyping stuff and have to keep going back and editing. There's this test they used to do. This is actually kind of cool. So, and it relates to the Olympics. I think it was a track coach that did this, where when the athletes were training every morning, so they're at like the Olympic training facility and they're going out there running track, and he would have them do this like dot test where like he'd have a stopwatch, and for like 10 seconds you'd have to put as many dots as you could on a sheet of paper, and they'd count those dots. And let's say you could do like 50 or 60, whatever, but then one day you go to do the dot test and you're like 40% lower, right? Like let's say you can only get out 40 when you're usually doing 60, 70 dots. That means that the training's taken a toll on your nervous system, and you need to have a rest day. So I forget where I was going with that. Oh, I know.
No, actually, so we had this conversation on the stream. Adam went on a a rampage with his pop-ups maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and
oh wait, Jimmy, I know where I was going with this.
right.
So you take the dot test, right? And if there's a time that you don't do as many dots that morning, you sit out for the day. So when I'm typing at night, it's like doing a dot test. And after 9:30, my typing just starts going kind of all over the place. So I know it's time to go to bed.
That's when my typing picks up.
Your typing gets better.
What's the telltale sign for me? I thought it was funny when you were showing us how you type, because like I'm a single thumb typer on my phone.
Why?
I've never learned how to double thumb type.
How's your typing? Do you know how to like actually use a keyboard properly for typing?
Oh, I'm a freaking writer. I know how to use a keyboard.
Well, okay, but like proper form. Which finger do you hit the question mark with?
I don't know, but I'm fast as hell, and I can type and carry on a conversation with my wife at the same time, which is probably why we have so many arguments. But anyway,
typing. So like in middle school, you sign up for these like wheels, right? These like where you take like they rotate you through a few classes. And I remember mine. I forget if it was 8th grade wheel, and it's like typing, home ec, and wood shop. And the typing class was one of the most valuable classes I've taken my entire time in education, because it is the most used, right? Like I watch my wife type. She uses like 3 fingers on one side and 2 on the other, and she struggles with it, right? She still has to look down. Being able to type like properly is an excellent skill. So make sure that when your kids get to middle school, they take that wheel.
Hey, Tech Geek, I think so. You said there's only 2 people here today. I think that like we've got actually 2 streams running, so there might only be 2 people over on the Uplifters channel, and there's 34 that I see.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Tech Geek. What are you doing on the Uplift side?
No, stay over there. Thank you.
Okay, stay over there. So when people are watching the Uplift stream, they're like, "Oh, another one of Jimmy's streams that nobody's watching." And they don't realize.
I mean, to be fair, we started out on our stream. We poured it over to your stream, and now we're doing both. And I mean, like
Jimmy's streaming again. More is less, Jimmy. There he is streaming using the Uplifters channel. There's no one even watching him, but they don't. So
let's see how close these can get before Oh, they can be seen. I see. Awesome. I kind of like this live from the park vibe we got going on.
Isn't it kind of but Jimmy, isn't it depressing that they cannot, like, all the chat action is going on the Cryptowriter stream, and you got 3 people in Uplift? Tech Geek, who else is in there? Is anyone? I guess if you're out there, raise your hand if you're on the Uplift stream.
I mean, I'm on the Uplift stream.
You're on the Uplift stream.
But okay. So this is why I know that you're my friend, because I had a kind of big argument with you, and this is kind of how the stream started. And I'm at the point now where I don't really care. You guys do an amazing job over here on your SEO. I'm learning a shit ton and implementing like 5%, and I'm happy with that. I mean, I think what the future potential of the most like undeniably insane idea for a show on both of our channels that this has become is amazing, right? Like this to me is the community of all communities, because we just come here, we chill out, we hang out. You give stuff away. Sometimes I try to follow suit. But yeah, like it's fun for me. Like, could you do this show with anyone else, Sean? Could you?
Probably not. Maybe. No, I don't know. I mean, I could. I don't know if it'd be any good. I mean, I don't know if this is any good.
So here's the thing.
We gotta
right?
get. Oh, here's the thing. We gotta get. Here's the thing. We gotta get Max Schill on. I talked to the Max Schill, and I'm like, your name
I would
came
love
up.
to have Max Schill on. He's one of my favorite,
As a fellow
old
Canadian.
time. Yeah, I didn't know that. See, this is what we need to do for one of these roundtables, right? And what we really need to do is we really need to have a situation whereby we piss all of the artists and all of the females out there who are dualistic artists and females off by having a stream of crypto Canadians, because there's so many great crypto Canadians in the space that we've interviewed and you guys have interviewed, like Adam's in Canada. We've got Terry Cruz, who's part of like Ultra Rare and that group, doing amazing things in Canada. The Kate guys from the EOS ecosystem, which are basically like I almost fucked up there. I almost said defecation. Defying. They're defying art, right? Like they're Canadian. I didn't realize that Max Schill was Canadian, right? There's a shit ton of Canadians out there.
Max Schill is so Canadian.
But I totally want to do like a Canadians in crypto roundtable. Why are they like the best podcasters?
And he has so many funny things to say about Canada. I don't know if I don't think he's a proud Canadian though. I just sent him the link to the YouTube stream, not to join, but I want him to see what we do, because I told him come on, and he's like, and I'm like, look, we just shoot the shit. But Charlie Q. Charlie Q's been on a rampage lately. The guy has just been.
It's been good because, like, I think you in particular, but I think the community in general set a really good boundary, because, like, I do pop into your chat now and again, even though you refuse to give me admin privileges, which is fair enough because I just ignore pretty much everything that you every time you throw shade at me. But anyway, you really got to up your game, mate, because it's just not good. Anyway, Charlie Q kind of went on a little bit of a rant last week, and you stated what you would like this chat to be, and Charlie Q complied. And I think that is great, that we can have a communal atmosphere whereby people agree to keep certain topics off the table and preserve the well-being of the community in general. So kudos to you, Charlie Q. I know you have deep-seated values and interests and thoughts that you do engage with people with and have done here before in the past. And I think that Sean's offer still stands. I'm totally okay with it. Anytime you want to come on to the edge of obscurity and beyond and debate these ideas, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, someone help me out with this form.
What's going on?
So I'll share on the screen. So I asked for EOS addresses so we can do it EOS Finney coin, right? So here are all the wax addresses up here, but the EOS addresses, they come in like this. So I don't know how to make this. You know, all the addresses are at the bottom. I don't know how to make it look like
philosophical questions of the night. I don't know how to make this look like that.
So maybe I just need to go. No, I don't. You know, how do I? If this just says copy chart, but if I copy chart, it just like I go to paste it in the duck race. When I finally see, and it just says that, so that's no good.
I'm not even paying attention to what you're doing. I'm just paying attention to those pop-up fashion channels on the side there. You know,
so how do I
tonight?
How do I change the view of that?
I don't know. I mean, because you need to copy and paste them. Can you zoom in on that a little bit so I can see what's there?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, Anyways,
Just give away a Finney, I guess. I don't
select.
know.
They said select the name under the chart, but my computer's so slow. Yeah, no.
Welcome back to the days of copying every.
Yeah, but if I just paste they just want me to paste the YouTube ID, but then I got to figure out the I don't want to paste the YouTube ID because then I'm going to have to go get their address that matches, which is a pain. Nobody knows. You know what? You know what? I have a
issue the other day. So,
you know who
known issue.
you know who guess who made this form? I didn't make it. Guess who made it?
What was it? Was it Adam?
No. Hollywood Taylor.
You're pissed about Hollywood.
Hollywood Taylor.
Honestly, it actually worked out really well for me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm living in.
Yeah, it worked out great. The first 10 minutes were you walking through a park trying to move a bench. It was great. It was excellent.
Hence why
our finest
only
work.
has 2 viewers. Everyone on that channel was like, "Fuck this, Jimmy. What's Jimmy doing now?"
The person that wins says the addresses in the comments. I get that, but I just want the thing to work. Let me see if I open the CSV file.
There is a little blue pill for that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think I can just open this CSV file and grab it.
I like this, though. The people who are tuning in on both channels, how do you feel that Jimmy D in the park compares to Sean in the shed? I'd love to hear comments about this.
Oh, the shed was not fun for me.
Being in the shed. I mean, he was ranting away. I quite enjoyed it. It was morning time for me. I was having a coffee, but I'm quite enjoying the park. Other than the fact that I should have brought 2 mixed nuts cases with ice. That's my only problem.
People thought I was so wasted in the shed that I wasn't going to be able to make it back to the house.
Well, I mean, you did.
That's ridiculous.
You did pull out a knife and carve shit in the workbench.
That's ridiculous. Man, I was battling what are those bugs called that eat through wood?
Termites.
Yeah, I was battling termites. I was battling thunderstorms. Is like hot in there, is nasty.
I should say so. We're doing pretty good here, actually. I was thinking about buying a portable battery for my computer for when I go away, so that I could because there's going to be issues when I travel, because sometimes we'll rent a house, but at other times we're going to be in a hotel. And if I'm in a hotel room with my daughter, who's 1.5, and my wife, she's going to be off, right?
If you don't, hold on. If this
it's not only this stream; it's all the streams, right?
This is what people do, though. This is what people do with this form, okay? Because people don't have
them, not me. Okay,
people don't have EOS accounts, and instead of if you don't have an EOS account, instead of just not filling out the form, they put in stuff like not available, not available. I don't have. Oh no's. They put in all these things, and it throws off the whole.
I already do one stream with Corey, and we don't need to do this again. So let's just do it this way, right? From now on,
I got it. Okay, go on.
From now on, you pick, because I'm not giving away shit. I'm fucking hodling my Finneys till the end of time. Although I did kind of give away one. But from now on, we pick a Finney coin a day, either wax or EOS, and we just do it that way, and then we don't have to deal with this anymore.
All right, here we go. This is a 4-second race. This is going to be a good one.
Morton might actually win because he's fat off. Sorry, fat.
Who do you have your money on? Morton?
No, but I'd like to see him win.
Who's got this hat? I'm
either Morton or Tech Geek, because they're my only really 2 supporters.
Dr. Poon.
The rest of them belong to your cult. I need my cultists to win.
Oh, Dr. Poon might be the strawberry duck.
Oh, Dr. Poon should so be the strawberry.
And Dr. Poon, I don't know if you know this, Jimmy, but Dr. Poon is a ginger.
We should do a roundtable ginger and crypto podcast.
We
too.
have such a powerful like board of gingers within Cryptowriter. You know what? And they're all like good. They're all good, likable people. I mean, I'm sure they all have thick skin too, right? Because
God damn you, tech geek. We love you. You're awesome.
But I think we need a special membership just for gingers, and we grow maybe just by targeting like gingers, we can take the full market share of gingers, like grab them for our community.
I mean, maybe we need a whole like special limited edition line of ginger finnies.
No, I agree. And I think the gingers should be the ones making all the decisions. Like definitely they definitely need to be moderators of all the chats, like, because if you think about it, Ginger has been picked on his whole life. And now he can finally, like, we're going to give the gingers the power and they're going to be able to decide who gets banned from the chat and stuff like that. We're giving the power back, and then we'll give them their special membership card. Maybe we'll even let the gingers decide who new members are, right?
It's only certain communities that bash the gingers, though. Why do you think this is the only stream I do in the dark? Let's do this. Four seconds.
4 seconds.
1,
Here we go.
2, 3.
Pooner.
Oh, who? Nah.
We're running it back. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
No, it's good. I like it. Like, let's see how many we can get to.
Ginger Pooner. This was probably Ginger Pooner's race, but someone who didn't have a EOS account, instead of just not filling out the form, they'd throw in a NA.
You know what's just before you do this race, the best part about this is the shit that Cryptowriter can get away with that we can't. Because if we did this, every single freaking person would come into our channel and complain that they won and they didn't get their fucking prize.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey. Ooh, that's a clean duck. That's a clean little ducky there.
Is that Drab Sab?
Fully shaven Drat Sab for the win.
That's
Drat Sab for the win. Drab Sab, are you out there?
Just for the lack of effort of dressing your duck
up. Wait,
up.
But this is not an EOS account, is it?
FLW?
For the win. We'll see. Do you think this is an EOS account?
Well, the beauty of EOS lies in this. If you try to send something to an account that doesn't exist, then it won't go. I mean, if it was Ethereum, that Finney would be lost for life. But the beauty of IO technology doesn't let you send something to an account that exists. That doesn't exist.
Okay, it is. They say it is. Ooh, looking at this EOS price chart.
I hope For the Win gets a rhodium, just because, I think it would be a nice compliment to refusing to dress your freaking duck up. I mean, like, spare a little bit of time to dress the duck up before you let it out in public. I mean, Dr. Pooner had a strawberry duck. I mean, either that or a duck who was, red with rashes of chicken pox or measles or mumps, depending upon whether they refuse to get their vaccination, as Charlie Q would advise. I just fucking opened a can of worms. I'm really sorry. I hope Charlie Q was having a bad
that you didn't say. Oh, not the. Oh God.
Charlie Q. God. You get one comment only, and then
no, he gets no comment.
Only one, and we're cutting you off.
The rule is with Charlie Q. If he wants to talk,
make a good comment, Charlie. You only get one.
If he wants to talk Vax, he has to do it like we have to see his face when he does it. He can't just troll. He can't just troll comments with nonsense. Like, if you're gonna, you got to put your money where your mouth is. Come on the stream and have the chat, and I will moderate.
I gave you an opening. You get one comment, only one comment today.
It better be good, Charlie. It better be good.
That's all you get. Just one. Just one. We'll let it go. I opened the door. Here's your window, and it's only because we love you.
Hopefully, I have an EOS.
you gotta own. You gotta. Fair enough. Okay. Again, another shout out to Charlie Q because he's refusing to make that comment because he doesn't want to get started. So that in my
he
mind,
doesn't want to get started, but he does.
That in my mind is proper perspective.
Right after the last stream, Charlie Q was like pasting all these charts he found on 4chan in the in our chat. Like he was spamming our chat with 4chan vaccine charts and stuff. It got wild over there. Okay, in other news, let's burn this coin and see what our buddy for the win got.
Again, rhodium. I hope it's a rhodium. I hope it's a
themed. Actually, I would love to see a themed.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that. But I think in your refusal to dress your duck up before the race, you deserve a rhodium. Or a themed.
Ooh, it's a pleb.
God damn plebs. That's what you get for not dressing your duck up before the race. If you're going to be a pleb duck in the race, then you don't deserve anything than a pleb. Let's make this about... Okay, so here again, there were some rough times, but here again, this is why we love this community. You people who tune into us, we get each other riled up. I mean, the only reason I do this stream is because I get to get riled up. But Charlie Q, anyone who says anything about you in the moment, I may agree or disagree, but this is a stand-up comment to me right now. And I'm really happy that you're here. I'm really happy that you're part of our community because that understanding and reality in my mind is where we all need to be. So,
okay.
So about Charlie, but that's awesome. I really love that.
That was touching, Jimmy.
Although we could put the, thing that he said before that on the screen. Oh man, I love
Charlie Q. Charlie Q.
He's like, I snuck one in there. Sean, God damn it, Jimmy. And agreed. I think this shines through with what Charlie's saying, and as a person who has a very opinionated, different ideas at times, but as a person who's very opinionated, I understand it. I understand that our collective communities actually are a group of people who want the best for other people, and I do really appreciate it's sentimental time, Sean, and I've still got 46% battery.
Yeah, you're putting me to sleep. You're putting me to sleep.
Jimmy, Cryptowriter, do you have a membership card? I do have a membership card.
Does. Of course he does.
Kenny was actually one of the first people that made me prove my writing in the space, actually. And now we're at the point where I'm going to make him prove his shredding because apparently he's just playing air guitar with no sound.
Yeah. I want to... yeah, we need I wish that we could hear the sound. It's awesome. It's Kenny's got to pick the guitar back up. I don't think he's played for a while. He's been too wrapped up in crypto stuff.
Well, you too. Why don't you guys do a fucking Yoshi? Why don't you do a YoshiDrop submission?
I like having the guitar in here because I used to keep it in a closet in the other room.
I used to carry it around with me, even though I don't play, just to get the chicks.
And I need a stand. Well, for a while I was worried my kids were gonna like fuck with it and hurt it. But I got to get a stand because when it's there, like when it's sitting right there, you end up playing it more. And for me, the guitar has always been a little like decompression, you know. I get like 10 minutes a day on it. It's nice. It's nice to take a break and listen to it, you know.
But you're also a DJ, right?
So I spent
Like a spinner, like I don't think we've ever actually talked about this.
I spent like a good 7 years of doing it professionally. Electronic music. One thing that's interesting about electronic music, and I was talking to someone about this, though I forget who, is your ear evolves, right? So when I first started listening to electronic music, it was probably like 2000, let me think, 2003, 2002. You know, I started with like trance, and eventually, you know, you go from trance and your ear evolves. You start listening to, man, I can't even remember the order now, right? Like maybe progressive house, and then house music, and then you listen more tech house, and then you start venturing into, you know, techno and underground. And like, it takes a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, maybe 4 years to reach like peak techno ear, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. I'm a big fan of like YouTube mixes, and I totally get it. I can't play music or shit or mix music or shit.
Yeah, so I probably didn't reach the underground until you know, maybe 2007. So from like 2003 to it took 2007 until I felt like my ear was at a really good place. And then I graduated in 2008. Then I launched the Fresh Beat right after I graduated because I didn't know what I was really going to do. I was doing like writing internships, but I really loved electronic music. And then DJing on the weekends, maybe like one other gig during the week. And it was awesome and it was fun, but you know, I think my obsession went from electronic music, and then I found crypto around the same time I was having babies. When you have babies, that the scene, the electronic music scene, even though I fucking love it, like, so once every few months I get out and enter that space, and I fucking like absolutely love it. And I think of like before I had kids, and ooh, if I could do this all over one more time, how fun would that be? But then I wake up the next morning and I feel like absolute shit, and my wife's on me for
that at 9:30.
yeah, exactly. I'm used to going to bed at 9:30. So me, I've always been like I've always liked to get sleep. So my goal was always like be home before the sun comes up, because it's really easy in Miami. You go out to the clubs and you get out of the club at 4, and then you go by like the hangout like at the strip club for an hour and a half before after hours opened up, and then you could go to after hours, like watch the sun come up at Nocturnal or Space or one of those. But my goal was always to be home before the sun came up, because what happens sometimes, you're out, like you go to the sunrise set and you're dancing with this fine chick, right? And then the sun comes up and you look, and you know, she's like 57 years old and like cracked out, and you're like, oh, what? You know, like once the sun comes out and everything, the chemical enhancement wears off.
Imagine how she felt.
Yeah, you start looking around and you're like, oh, these people are kind of scary, but you probably look equally as scary. And you like have like I'd always have a moment of freak out where I'm like, oh my God, I got to get home. Like I got to go home.
As Ricardo commented earlier, you know, it looks like Jimmy's shooting the Blair Witch Project. Imagine the lights fucking coming on this. Like,
Yeah, like Jimmy, exactly. So I'd be dancing with this hot blonde chick, and then the sun would come up, and I'd look over, and it was Jimmy. Honestly, that stuff like that happened, like a female Jimmy, but stuff like that's happened to me, and I'm sure people look at me. But anyways, my goal was always to be home before the sun came up. But getting out in Miami, like that used to be the hardest part. So my buddy would pick me up at like, we don't leave the house till like 11:30 midnight. So for me to get from 9:30 to 11:30 was so tough. And
for you to get from like your bed to the car after only 2 hours of sleep.
Man, I'd be in bed sometimes, and I get a text like, hey, it's going off over here. Like, I'm going to pick you up. And I'd be like, I can't do it. But you get this little itch, right? Because clubs in Miami are great. Like so much energy, like everything's nice. It's a great experience, music, sound system, everything. So you get this little itch, and then I start thinking, and then I'm like, oh man, okay, I'll go. And then like the whole ride out there, I'm half asleep. But as soon as you walk in, right? As soon as you get through the gates, the bouncer lets you in, then it's like boom. And it's interesting because my drink of choice, for my liquor of choice for partying is vodka, right? And
horrible choice. That's such a bad choice.
For whatever reason, like Grey Goose, soda, extra lemon, like that's what I drink all night. But then at the end of the night, I do the dumb thing.
I kind of want one of those now, but that's such a bad choice.
Yeah, extra lemon, Grey Goose, soda, extra lemon. The thing that would always get me is I get fucked up, and then at the end of the night, you'd want to mix it up because you've been drinking vodka, and I'd be like, let me get like a whatever, like Crown and Ginger or something like that, because you want a little sweetness. And then I
definitely nothing wrong with a ginger cougar. I don't know what you're on.
A Crown and Ginger. Exactly. That's at the end of the night. I'm always thinking Crown and Ginger. So I drink
gin and tonic. Does everything have to be about gingers around here?
So then, so then I drink the Crown and Ginger, and then that would give me the idea. I mean, we're about to head out. I might as well have a beer, and then you drink the beer. And then, but if I just stick to vodka, Grey Goose, soda, that I feel fine. But then, like I said, you have kids, and you just like, you got to deal with the kids, Well,
let me ask you this, because I think everyone who
John, vodka Red Bull. Look, when I was younger, Red Bull was like the thing, and
I have never mixed Red Bull with alcohol. I think my head might explode.
And I'll still every so often I'll go to Home Depot to like pick up dirt or like whatever we need at the house, and I will still grab a Red Bull. That's the only time I'll drink Red Bull, is if I go to Home Depot, because like people that do like yard work like me, right? If you're doing yard work, you need that high caffeine, that energy. So yeah, but I used to drink vodka Red Bull for a while, and then I finally cut out the Red Bull, just went vodka soda. There's some rap song, you can probably find it on YouTube, that's like, tequila Red Bull, you'll be fighting all night, something like that. It's a tequila Red Bull song.
I think I just figured out why we only have like 2 viewers, and Tech Geek switches over from the Uplifters channel. It's comments like this: Dr. Poon, gin and ginger is nice. I mean,
interesting. Interesting.
I want to address a couple of things. I like that. I want to go back because I let you do your rant, and I loved it. I want to. I took the piss out of you a little bit because I kind of feel like I need to do that. You bring me back into the reality of what it's like to live in North America. When's my roadshow? for those of you that don't know, I think this is really
Jimmy's
fun.
coming to America.
Right, Jimmy on the road is going to be a thing at some point in time.
You should take you should take like a like a big like cargo ship here.
Just hide in the just hide in the basement of the cargo ship. Whatever.
No, like I'm sure you can hitch a ride and just like be kind of like a deckhand and like do podcasts and like get.
Fuck, I don't have time
super
to
seasick.
fucking keep decks. I got podcasts and shit to run. God damn it.
Yeah. Right.
What's with my goddamn it's today? I'm saying that a lot. Anyway, but this is what I was kind of thinking when that thing popped up. Like, I mean, not to give all my secrets away, but like my missus is beautiful enough and my kids are cute enough that they're going to get into whatever party the Uplift legend decides to hold for free. Because, like, you know, some weirdo's just going to walk out in the street and say, hey, we're having a party. Do you want to come in? And they're going to get invited in. So that pretty much gives me a free pass for my +1. So, like, maybe I'll just invite you, Sean, and you can come and like DJ for us.
What? I don't want to work, dude. I've gotten to the point. Actually, I did.
Really? So this is a telling tale. If you're saying that DJing for you is work, I'm giving you the opportunity, to come and play music just because I want to see you play music. And
okay, so
does that work for you now? Like, this is maybe why you didn't make it. This is maybe why you flunked out into crypto. I mean, it
depends.
The best flunk out of all time, by the way.
It all depends on the environment. So we had a house party. We had a house party in my parents' cheeky hut, which is all decked out. I shared some videos on in the chat. They got lasers and disco ball and smoke machine, everything. And my buddy, who's a DJ, he spun first, and he's awesome, like a mixologist. He spins hip hop and he scratches and does his thing. And then, I went on after, and it's convenient and fun, and it's with all my friends, and I love that. But whenever you DJ, even for something like that, and I hadn't pulled out the decks in a while. But I don't stress stuff like that. Like I've DJed for so long, it's like riding a bike. But a lot of, if I was ever to DJ, like if someone hired me, to get back up to speed on the music and like sort all that out, find new tracks. Also, I like DJing, techno. I like DJing electronic music because I like the layers, right? I can spin hip hop fine, and I can go in and out of stuff. But if you were like, hey, Sean, come out and spend 3 hours of what you want to play, then that's enjoyable for me, right? But
I would just be like, dude, like there's a turntable there that's set up, and whenever you want to walk over to it and bring your magic and do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, fire up the old hunch punch. Make sure to put a little something in the punch so everyone's.
I mean,
it's a journey. It's a journey.
I know how to spike a watermelon with vodka.
Perfect. Yeah, as long as everyone is tore up, they'll enjoy whatever music is played.
Just make sure the kids are in bed first, because apparently,
don't
shit kids.
No, I mean, my kids aren't exposed to hunch punch, but some Sunday afternoons, man, I'll put on a DJ set. I'll put on one of those boiler room mixes, Solomon, whoever from back in the day, and I'll just crank it. And I like exposing my kids to as much diversity as possible.
Me too. I mean, like I get in trouble like one of the reasons I love living in Japan is because I can't get away with a lot of stuff. I did this stream. I do this stream every week with the Nasty Hooks. And the Nasty Hooks love doing the stream with me on our channel because they have to be, they say that they have to be a little bit, careful. But obviously they've never watched our show because we
careful about what?
But you know what they say, because they're really rough. They drop a lot of bombs, F-bombs. They're like a comedy duo, music duo that go around and do things. But they said that they like coming on the show with me because they believe that we're PG-13, which we're obviously our show is not. and they like hang out because. And I said, well, you guys can say whatever you want. Like if you've ever watched me and Sean on the Edge of Obscurity, we put it all out there, right? I mean, like we
put it all out there.
Yeah, we
put maybe
throw the ice in nut jars on the fire. And so but they told me, they said, well, we kind of like it. We kind of like one day a week having to kind of watch what we say. And it's always me that gets myself into trouble. And I'm not even really that good about it. Like they've made a career about it. But they're super fun. Like I really love hanging out with them. I'm probably not near as good as I am on whiskey, on coffee. But anyway, that's beside the point. And so I was kind of like recently thinking about this. But like on one of those shows, I kind of disappeared because my daughter was awake and my wife had to duck out because, you know, she does stuff and she got called in to cover for someone at the studio, you know, that she's part of, that she dances for. And I had to like kind of look after my daughter last minute kind of thing, but I didn't want to cancel the show. And, and so my daughter, like when she's 1.5, and I mean, maybe your kids are smart too. I don't know, but my daughter, like she, to me, seems like incredibly smart. And she wanted to lay down, so she
takes after her mommy.
Right, exactly. But her mommy's pretty smart. Not a philosopher like her daddy, but who fucking cares about philosophy anymore, right? So she came and like she made me lay down on the tatami futon with her, and one guy got really upset in the comments. He's just like, I can't believe that your daughter is on the stream. And I'm like, she's like sitting beside me. She's not really on the stream. She's like eating her lunch. And like, you know, like you can't see her. Like I refuse to put my daughter on the stream. For all those people who do, kudos to you. But like, I kind of believe that like this is leading somewhere. And somebody told me a story once about like a kidnapping that happened somewhere.
That's what you worry about? Kidnapping?
I fucking worry about that a lot, right? Like
you do like what Michael Jackson does with his kids and like makes them wear a mask when you go out in public.
Did I not tell you this story on this channel about the kidnapping thing?
What?
So
I
work with sorry, this has nothing to do with cultures, but it has to do with experiences. I work with a girl who's Brazilian, who went with her friends, who apparently has a very beautiful daughter at the age of like maybe 6 months or so, you know, after they stopped looking like monkeys, because monkeys. And they were in India, and on 3 occasions, I'm not throwing shade at Indian people. Some of my favorite people in the world are Indian, by the way. And on 3 occasions, someone tried to steal the baby. And the last time, they actually grabbed the baby and ran away with it. And the mother, of course, was in such shock that she didn't know what to do. And my friend who I work with, who's this like, you know, Brazilian chick, she chased the guy down, basically pushed him on the ground. The baby fell onto the sidewalk. And of course, then like people kind of woke up to what was happening. And like she got the baby back and brought it back to her mother. Now, if that doesn't make you want to put a fucking iPhone chip in your baby's soul, like what does? Like
no, we got the chip like they put on the dogs. We had it.
You implanted it in your kid's necks, like because I want to know how to do this. Like I really do. Like after hearing that story from someone that you know, right? Like this is more impactful to me than someone who had COVID.
Bro, I got Nap here. I've got Nap, and you know I can just GPS's bounces off the
cell
chip,
phone, right?
Yeah, I know where the kids are at all time.
But like what happens? Like if I'm a weird person who's gonna abduct kids, and this is not abducting advice, by the way, because I'm not an abductor. But if I'm a weird person who's going to adopt kids, the first thing I'm going to do is drop the cell phone. And my missus pointed that out. And it's like, fuck, there's going to be a fucking chip that goes under her skin. Like, when is she in her most deep sleep? Right? And
just take the kid to the vet.
I'm Canadian. All Canadians take their children to the vet for chip implants. This is the thing. Are you Canadian, Bo? Because I kind of curious.
No, you gotta. I don't know. Kids, I'm never worried. My wife worries about like stuff like that, like kidnapping, and I'm like, come on, babe. I want my.
I wish you didn't say what you did before, because it would have been such a perfect, opportune time for me to say. Obviously, they look like her, but you kind of already threw that out.
Oh, the secret is not having kids. I don't know about that. Kids are. I feel like kids are the ultimate like test. If you don't want to, kids are the hardest and most rewarding thing you'll do.
I must say, I'm pretty impressed with my battery life. I thought I was going to have to duck out for an hour. And like, I've been kind of wanting to duck out for an hour for like the last like 3 weeks, but now it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I'm just going to go to.
Well, you need to get like a separate little face light thing to clip on the top of the camera. What's nice about Jimmy in the park is he can do the old man like piss through the side of the shorts, just sitting right there at the park bench, and we have no idea he's doing it.
Right, like some people might have figured out that I went. For
at what age?
But
at what age do you pee through the legs of your shorts? Like,
I mean, when I'm in the park at this time of evening, I don't even fucking wear pants. I mean, I don't wear pants at home. Why would I wear pants in the park?
Yeah,
it's coronavirus times, right?
Exactly. But at what age?
Actually, I kind of want to bring this up because I'm vehemently against banning people, and even when people ask me to ban people, I always like to give them a second chance. I believe that certain communities, like what we've created in the Uplift and also in Cryptowriter, are really important because they give people a chance to find like-minded souls and find that way to belong. I mean, not everyone is like Sean, where they were just popular out of the womb, and I came out of the womb as a fucking cool kid. I'm just saying, I totally didn't right. Like I left my hometown and got as far away as I could to get 32 right 32 views on a YouTube stream late at night in a park, feeling like a homeless guy. But seriously, like I think all of us here have understood 99% of what's happening in the world. Even if you are on the opposite side and believe that this is all a scam, 99% of the people in the world have realized that are people like us, that coronavirus in a way was a blessing in disguise, because it forced us to come on to streams like this and find one another and dedicate more time to this. I think that's really important. Now, the reason that I want to give people the benefit of the doubt is because Ankit said before. Ankit, by the way, means forum in Japanese, and I see what you've got pulled up in the bottom, so that's fun. But Ankit, you spent all of your wax, and I like to put a positive spin on things. And I have 0 wax left for Finney, and it's like now I actually have to put my money in through governmental channels because I spent all my wax on, Uplift and YoshiDrops. I mean, these are the kinds of projects that I want to work on. And it's kind of fucking pissing me off because now I got to come up with more money for Finney because I believe in the value of what's happening here. and I'm
Yeah,
really
well,
happy that you guys are bringing this shit to the table. And I'm really like kind of sad that I'm not a baller like some of you.
Jimmy, the pack sale is hopefully credit card, so you don't have to worry about getting wax. 2.0 is going to be wax, though. What I want to know is this. Let's say you make a lot of wax, okay, on a sale. So you see sales, they make 200 grand, 300 grand, a million, whatever. Let's say you make a lot of wax on a sale. How do you get it back to where is there enough volume? Like, I feel like if you went to KuCoin, you'd have to do it at like $20,000 worth of wax increments. I just,
dude, man,
I don't know. Can you go over the counter?
KuCoin, I love KuCoin. I love everything that they bring to the table.
Oh my god! Except the
just wait. Hear me out. But for whatever reason, the avenues that Wax Cloud Wallet provides for me to be able to purchase wax off the market with my credit card fail every time. And I'm just so pissed off with it that I don't want to call my credit card company and ask them because I don't like to draw attention to myself. So essentially my only avenue for getting wax is to go through my regular exchanges and then send like Bitcoin or Ethereum over to KuCoin and buy it. And I get so pissed off because I just know that I want the wax and I just put it in minutes ago that I don't even wait for the buys. Because like wax is the only currency that I actually use to buy shit that I want. And so I just fucking do market buys. And it's like highway robbery. So like one of the things that we've done with Lgnd is we've created this that we went credit card first. So I'm super excited, super stoked to see what you guys, and under the guise of facings are going to do with the credit card buy-ins, because I think that's kind of the next leap of faith. Like as a person who speaks a couple different languages, there's always these plateaus, right? And like we're at a crypto plateau right now, whereby like we need to jump to be able to actually bring fiat into currency. And before I finish off this rant and let you say whatever you want to say, I think that the most important part of that, at least from my perspective, is the fact that like we're at that level now of regulatory compliance whereby NFTs aren't actually, calculatable in terms of the SEC's eyes, at least in America, whereby they're not like considered as like regular digital payments. So from my mind, one of the value points of Lgnd as it exists today, Lgnd.Art, by the way, is that you can actually use credit cards to buy pieces of artwork, very highly valued artwork, actually, by the way, James Jean and Platon and things like that we've released. For those of you that don't know Lgnd.Art, it's the Uplift and YoshiDrops parent company. And we've got a fucking stellar team over there. People that I'm like privileged to be able to work with every day. Our marketing manager who tries to control me. I mean, she was the head manager of Reebok and Nike and Converse for a period in her life. Our guy who goes and gets all these amazing artists, like he had a job in a very high profile position of Netflix. So I'm really excited to be able to be a part of this team and learn from them. But the thing that excites me the most about that whole project is the fact that like I can buy my credit card, I can stash those NFTs away, and I don't have to worry about, ever paying taxes on them. Not financial advice.
NFTs provide,
but for right now, you're saying
NFTs they provide many loopholes. I don't know. I'm not financial advice, but NFTs are interesting. Everything's gonna get regulated. Like everything, eventually, you just got to stay one step ahead of them.
Right, 100% true. John,
wait till they have privacy NFTs. I don't even know what those are, but they're coming. You heard it here first.
Okay, is that something that I should forget? Because I'm always blowing your cover. Apparently,
No, I
John
don't.
says it's so safe in Japan. Couldn't do this in London. Jimmy would have been mugged in the first 10 minutes. Obviously, you don't know Jimmy because Jimmy is fucking tough as shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jimmy's tough like a piece of alligator skin.
Jimmy has walked through some pretty seriously weird parts of the world where people have given him shit, and the outcome was essentially like, how did you get through there alive? And it's like, well,
because you look like homeless crazy person,
right? Like exactly. But I actually thanks Martin, but I can't use Bitfinex where I am. Japan is actually not as bad as America in terms of taxability. But compliance.
All right, stop talking about taxes. You're making me feel a little sick, a little queasy.
That's why you gave it to us. So let's go back. I do want to talk about one thing, because like we got a lot of people in the comments here. So, Ricardo, you're next on my list of crypto podcasters to hit up.
KuCoin. My bone to pick with KuCoin is just the amount of red tape you have to go through just to log in is ridiculous. Open KuCoin, you log in, then you have to send an email and then find the email, put that code in, then you have to go to Google Authenticator, put that code in. You got 60 seconds to do it.
I don't have to do that to log in.
And then,
to send crypto. Though.
It's when you have to do a new device. Like if you go to a new device, then you go through all the email verification. And then once you're in, you have to move funds from your whatever account to your trading account, make a trade. Oh shit, you got to type in your trading passcode. And then you have to move funds back to your withdrawal account and then withdraw, put in that code again, authenticator again. It's insane. It's insane. I don't even want to use it because it's so annoying.
It saves me a shit ton of money when I'm wasted and I want to fucking spend it on like
30 wax fee on a free fucking transfer is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a better option, then tell me. But I'm in Japan, so I don't.
Well, the better option was.
I'm not in Japan. I'm living in international waters in the middle of a deserted island.
The better option was when Nudex had the wax EOS bridge that suddenly disappeared for whatever reason. That was great, man. Because
I used to have fun on these podcasts because we used to talk about really cool, unrelevant shit, but don't get me started on the goddamn inability to transfer wax to EOS. This
Every
has
time.
been like one of the things that like weighing on me, like you know, the Earth, the global, you know, weight of the existence of life on Atlas's shoulders. What the fuck is going on?
10 seconds here. Final 10 seconds. Who's it going to be?
Which pink duck is going to win? It's not going to be a pink duck. What color of duck is going to win? What do you reckon? I'm going to go with...
Oh, wow.
33. The pink duck that comes from behind to... I mean, are there ginger ducks? I kind of want to know.
There are ginger ducks. That's a good-looking duck. It's a cutie.
Right? Martin knows the score. This is a big thing for Canadians, Americans. I got it. I like it. Big fan. I've got 21% battery left, so
yeah. Well, let's as Adam Carswell would say, let's start winding it down. Give me something sentimental, Jimmy.
I was fucking sentimental a half an hour ago, and you like, but fair enough. I mean, we're having fun.
Jimmy's is that water? Or is that still the potion?
Oh, it's still a potion.
Potion's starting to take effect.
Yeah, I brought the whole bottle.
You gonna what's gonna happen when you get back to the in-laws?
Again, if we were gonna put gratitudes up on the wall, I would do 2 today. My first would be I'm grateful to the missus. She's awesome. I'm kind of I get this from my grandfather. Maybe we'll give something away at some point in time for the people who are here listening to us. But my grandfather was one of the nicest people ever in the world. But I have a little bit of I have a little bit of a short side to me that doesn't always replicate well in the real world with people I really care about. I had a blowout with my parents the other day, which happens often with me with people who are really close to me. And the blowout was essentially about my parents getting angry at me about how I sometimes treat my wife. And I was so upset that I just fucking let loose on them. My wife is only, I hate saying my wife, by the way, but like my missus is I hate saying mine, actually. The woman that I love is there for a reason. And the reason is that she understands me better than anyone in the world. And she knows that if she just lets me vent for 1.5 to 2 minutes, that she can stop me, she can calm me down.
Jimmy.
She can take me to a place of peace, right? Because I'm one of these people who is a little bit confrontational, and things like this stream with you or things like my daily stream with Corey, there's certain people in my life that can actually calm me down. They can take me from a place of like anger or, you know, anything worse, and they can you know, bring me into a place of like passive peace. And this is the reason that my missus is my missus, is because she has that ability. But my parents are I love them to death, but they're types of people where like right away they say, well, you can't say that, you shouldn't do that, you can't do this, right? And my missus has the forethought and understanding of how my personality works to let me go for long enough to be able to stop me, to listen to reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Jimmy, that's so beautiful.
Right? It's sentimental. You asked for sentimental. You got sentimental. Don't fucking take the piss. Take the sentimental, god damn it. But I would put you, actually, Sean, in the same category. Corey in the same category. And Blue in the same category. Some of these other people, I mean, Hollywood might be getting there if you fuck shit up all the time, constantly, right? Like Ricardo, I kind of want to meet because I think he's a little bit of a pushover, but he's probably got passion, emotion down there. Tech Geek, I so fucking want to meet Tech Geek. I want you.
You know, it's Joe. It's the Harm. Tech Geek's the Harm. Do you know who the Harm is?
No, maybe not.
Oh, he's developing this Finney rarity score tool. That's it's awesome. You should check it out. You can see how rare your Finney is.
That's funny that where he tunes in from is the Uplifters channel and not the Finney channel.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know how I feel about that. We might have to yank his membership after learning that.
Tech Geek, the beauty of NFTs is they can never yank your membership, and if they do,
we could change. We might be able to do something to it. I don't know.
I totally think you should change it.
Hey,
we've had this discussion on this channel and in private before, but I forget what's private. But I totally think you should change it. I think you're silly if you don't. Actually.
Jimmy, let's end this stream. I want to give everyone a lasting image, and that's this. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You got a troll Reese. He put this picture out there for you guys to roast him, so use it. Can't wait to see what you come up with later, people. Any parting words, Jimmy? Jimmy
on
doesn't want to leave. Jimmy doesn't want to leave.
what's on the stream is disturbing, and Charlie Q, amazing. That's the answer.
It's a
Don,
what?
we're out.
Later.